Well, it seems like Coach Saban got a chance to sit down with the POTUS and talk about the state of college football. Now there are whispers of a new executive order on the rise. Hey, I just pray I pray to God, somebody was in the room taking notes. Let's talk about it right here around the herd. Roll Tide, Alabama fans. Roll Tide to you. And welcome to Tide Sports. This is the Alabama Football Megacast and the People's Crimson Tide Network. Thank you for joining me on whichever virtual space you chose with your thumb. Here on Tide Sports, we talk Alabama sports all day, any sport. Let the world know that the Crimson Tide is always in title run mode. Now, to all the college football infidels and scoundrels, come on in. Come on in, wipe your feet off, take your dirty shoes off, take that dirty cap off. Come on in, sit on down, take notes, behave yourself, and you just might learn yourself something. Y'all come on in and sit on down. Give me a pound and just give me a pound while you're coming in. Drop it on the subscribe button that just settle in. And if I successfully stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and make your funny bone jiggle, let me know by poking that like button right in the eye. Let the algorithm know what Tyke is doing over here on this channel. Yeah. Well, I got to give you a quick update on how the Tide fared over the last week in live action. Baseball team ranked 18th in the country. They went down there and they took Missouri out. I told you they just took that miserable looking Tiger mascot, Mike the Tiger, and they wiped up the home plate third. They drug him through second. Now the Tide sits at 36-11, 13-10 in the SEC. Could be better. And but head coach Rob Vaughn, he got him on the winning track. So then they went on down to Vanderbilt, faced number 15. Vanderbilt. Well, that's where it got ugly. On the first match, they got us in 8 innings, 12-2. That means we got run rule because they supposed to play 9 innings. On the third, though, Tigers thumped them back on the head, 5-2. Thumped them. But on the rubber match, Alabama fell short, 7-4, thus dropping the series against Vanderbilt. Next up for the Tide is a one-hitter quitter versus Troy. Get ready, Trojans. We're coming down. Y'all coming over there. We're going to smack you around. And then we got to have them dogs come over there and dirty up the house over in Tuscaloosa on May 9th. We're going to have more. We're going to try to get some kennels so they, put some paper down so they don't mess up Title Town. And let me translate that to the haters. That's Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That is Title Town, USA. Just in case you forgot. On to softball action. The ladies. Can't forget about the ladies. We love the ladies of the Crimson Tide right here on Tide Sports. The ladies are always respected, never neglected, like they do in other parts of the state. Tide softball is ranked 14th at 36-20. They're 12-12 in the SEC. SEC is tough, man. I'm telling you, tough. They concluded their regular season series against South Carolina. They dusted them off on the 1st of May. Then they got them on the 30th of April, 13-1. They beat them 13-1 on May 2nd, May 1st. Then that South Carolina rain set in. It's something in that water. It's something in that water because right after that, they lost 3-1 to the Lady Gamecocks. Then I guess they had a game to make up, and they lost again in 5 innings, 7-2. I mean, it started out with a dominant win, having a 10-run second inning in one of the games. But it fell apart right there. And that was real. It hurt them big time because on May 6th, the ladies will square off against the little sisters from the other side of the state in the SEC tournament, which will be held in Athens, Georgia. Should be in Augusta because it stinks in Athens. I'm just joking. I kid because I love you. I kid. Anyway, I'll just say, go ahead and handle that light work, ladies. Just go ahead and handle that light work. Get them up out of there. Get them up out of there, and let's move on. Wishing you, the ladies, luck, a big Roll Tide victory, and let's just keep it going because, Alabama is 10th ranked, and Georgia is 15th ranked now because we dropped those 2 games. We got with 10th seeded in the tournament. And Georgia is 15th seeded. We would have been higher, but dropping them 2 games at the end of the season did not help. And I just want y'all to know, I know y'all ain't paying attention. SEC softball, that's some serious stuff. On the football, y'all remember football thing we throw around. We do it so well. So last week, of course, there were 7 players drafted. Tyler's out there with he joined this. It's a team of vagabonds. They play out of Dallas. Jahad Campbell's out there in Philadelphia. I think everybody's going to Philadelphia. I mean, I think I got to get a Philadelphia Eagles jersey. Nope. Pittsburgh all the way. Jalen's in Seattle. Malachi, 4th round, was at the Jets. And he'll be smushing the quarterbacks of AFC quarterback faces from now on. But, however, playing for the Jets, he'll probably be smushing his own quarterback's face because, well, it's bad up there. It's been bad. I don't think it's going to get no better. Just follow Minka. Follow the plan. You play. You become Rookie of the Year or Rookie something. Get out of there. Leave Malachi. Run. Follow Minka elsewhere. Q Robinson's out there with the Broncos. I'm just saying. The air is kind of thin. And Oots is out there with Jalen playing. He's playing field comfort blank or something. He's playing for going to be a comforter for Jalen out there on the field and give him somebody to throw to that should be able to catch his ball. Let me ask you a question. If you were Oops and just for a couple of months you decided to stay with Jalen, I'm gonna ask the chat. Do you pay for anything? Don't you expect Jalen just to hold it down? I mean, I'm just saying I ain't paying for food. I'm like, Jalen, you got that right. I mean, I'm not the worst house guest, but the man was making money, millions already. And you talking about what I got on the cable bill? He paying for nothing, Jack. Not a dang thing. Tim Smith rounded up the draft. He's out there with the Colts. I know he's upset. I don't know what happened, why he went so low. It don't matter. Just keep working. And some offensive linemen on that team are going to play when it comes to when they open their camps. With recruiting, nothing has changed for Alabama. Still sitting on 5 recruits. We're still sitting as low as 32 on 24/7. And let's see. The Rivals has the Tide class ranked at 32, but On3 has us ranked at 6. All the numbers are confusing, but ending up in the top 5 is what we're looking to do. The biggest news is after the portal closed, that the Tide did not lose a scholarship player in the portal. Now, I'm cool with that. So, there may be something brewing over there. They ask somebody what it is all about. Somebody said it's about brotherhood. It may be something special going on in Tuscaloosa. I don't know. It may be something special going on in Tuscaloosa, but we're just going to let it play out. Going to let all the haters say it's over because they know. I know you got a dream that it's over. You have to sit down. If you're not an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, you have to sit down in your home and you have to pray to God on high or to somebody that it got to be over because if last year was just a blip in history, and this man get back up in the top 4 of the playoffs, or worse yet, pulls off the unthinkable, what are you gonna do with your life? It ain't even worth hating. Only hope you got then is, okay, maybe the boy want to go coach Seattle. Maybe want to go out to the West Coast and be the Raiders coach. Because if he win a national championship, that's all you got. That's all you got. Because it's over. Just unplug the power cord on your team. Ooh, flatline, baby. It's over. It's over. But you're going to let it play out. Something special is happening over the capstone. Men's basketball real quick. Darion Reed announced that he's going to transfer to Oklahoma. The former 5-star is going to be taking his 6 points and 2.8 rebounds that he gathered as a freshman, playing in 24 games. He's taking it on over to Oklahoma. Going to pour a little look out for him. Pour a little look out. And last week, on May 1st, the president delivered a commencement speech of some sort at the university. He praised the graduating class. He got some political commentary in there, and it was met by support and plenty of protests by attendees and protests and support outside. I ain't dealing with none of that. Whatever is whatever. I can't do nothing about it. But that brings me to the main theme of today's episode, which is most important. That's just most important. I want to get to the theme of the episode. Let you know what I'm talking about. I was thinking to myself, I heard that Nick Saban had a chance to sit down with the Post. And then they started saying it's an executive order out there. He said, executive order, maybe. Before I get it, let me go in the chat. I got some chat out here. People chatting it up. Let's see. Early, 7 o'clock Eastern, It's Me broke in and said that Keelan Russell rejects a $6.5 million NIL deal. First, I don't believe that. But he said he died. He's Bama till he dies. Whatever. Hey, roll tide. If he did it, God bless him. This show is for sale for $65,000. Bowling Green, give me a call. You know what I'm saying? Give me a call. Because if we got to change the colors around here, got to take care of mama. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. But I said for real, wow, that would be awesome. Here we got Huggy came in here with the hieroglyphics. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, what's happening with you, Huggy? Thank you for dropping in. I know you got to get over there. Scoundrels. Yeah, you scoundrels. Scoundrels. Scandalous scoundrels. If I could, I don't know if y'all have seen Dirty Lowdown Rotten Scoundrels, but I think his name is O'Keefe, Tim O'Keefe. Boy, he hit in the movie. Steve Martin was trying to play like he couldn't walk and he didn't have no feelings in his leg. Michael O'Keefe, what his name is, he was playing a doctor. He knew the guy could actually walk. So he had a real big rod, similar to this. It was a curtain rod. He popped him in the leg a couple times, and Steve Martin was like, he was grimacing. And then he backed up about 3 or 4 steps. But the part of the movie, when this man backed up, he went back so far in this house, a huge house, and he opened the patio door. And he ran back in. And Steve Martin in his knee. And that man's on. I'm losing my composure in my show. Go see it. Dirt and Rotten Scoundrels is the name of the movie. I hope they never remake it because can't nobody do it like them two. Steve Martin. Woo, an Apollo legend. Anyway, let's see. Oh, what else we got in the chat? It's me getting rowdy. He said, Huggy can't talk that crap over here. Oh, let them be. They cheer for all. They can't help it. It's me says, USC tried to steal Keelan with $6.5 million. He said, heck no, I'm Bama till I die. I don't know. I give it to him if he did that. That is a lot. Let's see. Oh, more comments. It's Me comes back and says, so we might have the best live. I don't know about the linebackers. They kind of banged up. They get healthy. He's right. But the cornerbacks and the receivers and the running backs, Yeah, those groups could be the best in the country. Don't tell nobody it's me, because remember, to others, the dynasty is over. I'm this kind of person like, what's the animal nobody likes? Feral hogs, coyotes. That's when I cheer for the truckers. I don't want them to almost hit them on the road. I want them to smash them in the middle of a desert where nobody can see and all the carcasses going all over the place. This is what's going to happen when Florida State get flat rolled. They're going to be like, well, Florida State wasn't that good last year. Well, okay. All right. I want it to look real ugly. Real ugly. Ryan Grubb said he wants people to be intimidated again. And I like that kind of talk. Where are we at now? Eagles jersey for Shane. I said, I don't know. I think they're supposed to give us one. If you got a hat, you get a Eagles hat or something, because you're a Georgia fan, Alabama fan. Said, what you got for me on Netflix subscription? On that Netflix subscription, y'all still paying for subscriptions out there? Text me. Anyway, Trail. Okay, here we go. Jalen Milroe is a bust waiting to happen like Bryce Young. Oh! Hey, man, why Bryce got to catch a stray? You saw the turnaround at the end of the season. This ain't an NFL show, but I word box you for it. Man, turn around. Ain't nobody on that team. Nobody on this team. Now, y'all say, what's his name? Shador didn't have no blocking. If he didn't have no blocking, I don't know what Bryce playing behind. Bryce may as well just take some Glad trash bags, fill them up with like leaves, rake up some leaves and wet them and sit them in front of him. It's the same thing. Probably you might trip up a defensive lineman doing that. Matter of fact, if you use 6, not 5, if you use 6 trash bags full of wet leaves, you might actually have a pocket to throw out of. Other than that, get out of here. Anyway, welcome to the King of the Comments. Welcome. Huggy saying hello to each other. Says Keelan would have been the highest paid player in America and walked. Read the article I sent. I will check it out, but he would not be the highest paid player. Bryce Underwood is in for almost $11 million, if I'm not mistaken. Michigan, courtesy of the wife of the CEO and owner of Barstool Sports. That is out there. $11 million. Whoever was giving Keelan that money, trying to make him the highest paid, got to get their dollars up. Okay. That's a great movie. Yes, it is a great movie. It's pretty funny. JaVale, my nephew is bigger than Bryce, and he's 12. Well, tell your nephew to get ready to pay a lot for shoes. I don't know what to tell you. Back to my hypothetical analysis. If I was the president and you thought so highly of the GOAT, I just let him write the whole executive order. I just say, you write it. Have my boys look it over, make sure you spelled everything correctly, Mr. GOAT, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and sign it, bro. So what would that look like? What would it look like if Nick Saban, who's known as one of the most the football most thoughtful, really sports most thoughtful voices in its changing landscape, he's repeatedly warned about the unintended consequences, that's in a quote, of a poorly regulated NIL and transfer policy. So right now, I'm just going to imagine a couple of things. This thing goes on forever. I found a lot of information. I got quotes of what Nick Saban said, and then I tried to extrapolate what that would mean for a policy, according to Nick Saban. Some of it I like. Some of it I can take it or leave it. And some of it I don't think would pass muster. Now, I'm going to present these ideas and play devil's advocate at the same dang time. I got at the same dang time. Anyway, chime into the chat. Let me know your thoughts. But I'm going to do this at the same time, so I may sound crazy because it's like I'm talking to myself. And really, for the last 19 minutes, I have indeed been talking to myself and to the fans. Now, number one, Nick Saban is saying, this is based on comments, reinstate a regulated transfer policy with conditions. Saban has said in the past, we need some kind of parameters on the portal. Right now, there's no consequence. Remember that word, consequence. That's a quote. We need some type of parameters. Right now, there are no consequence. No consequence at all. So it suggests the action on an executive order may be, and all this would be, the executive order is a little far-fetched because I guess long as the federal government got to allow you to use loans and some federal money for labs and research, yeah, you're going to listen to what the White House got to say. That's pretty much how it works. You can go to court, but you ain't getting this money until the court say something. So, that aside, the suggestion may be that an athlete can transfer once without penalty. Once without penalty. The second transfer causes you to sit out a year unless it's waived for hardship. I don't know what qualifies as a hardship, but to be honest with you, I think half of them guys could probably find a hardship that will break your heart. So anyway, but let's just think about it. You can get one transfer. I don't like you, coach, your breath stink. You be in my face every day. I'm gone. What you say to me? What you say to me? You want me to run again? I just ran 10 laps. I'm gone. Do that all you want to. One time. After that, you got to stick it out. Then it says, you got to have a transfer window that's strictly enforced. A 30-day off-season window. Now, this is a football thing, so I'm guessing they're saying it'd be a 30-day window, but just one of them. I ain't got no problem with that, but another thing. Your academic eligibility must be maintained to enter the portal. Now, that comes from the fact that, I don't know if kids have figured this out, but you can, if it's easy to get a 3.5 at most high schools and if chat GPT writing papers and all this stuff, if you run across a student that's not bright enough to get a 2.5 or 2.8 and wants to come to your school, you're just asking for a problem. You got to get them a tutor. You got to make sure you go to class. Then you got to verify the dude can even use a computer. I can use a computer. I play Xbox every day. Get out. So no flunkies can transfer. If you ain't got no grades, you sitting on a 1.7 because you think about doing this, that, and the other, you got to stay here. So I guess you got to have a 2.0 at least in college to transfer, which ain't saying a lot. But I think the courts may say something about that because that's kind of one-sided. That's that whole one-sided. That's arbitrarily. That means on one side, telling the other side exactly what they're going to do, and the process has to be fair. So I don't know if the court's going to really roll with that. I don't know if it's going to roll with that. I don't know. The next one, before I go back to the comments, there should be a federal NIL registry to ensure transparency. Saban has said, we don't know what deals are out there. There's no oversight. So it's interesting trying to tell this administration, trying to get them to do more oversight because they shutting down all kind of oversight. But that's interesting because that's what he said. If there's no oversight, that would mean that the GOAT would want some oversight over this football deals. So all deals would be reported to a federal clearinghouse or maybe a conference clearinghouse. All the deals, terms, duration, the parties disclosed, not the payments, but just, not the payment specifics, but just the terms of the deal duration. People being nosy. See, a little nosy, it means like kind of far reaching, but that's what, you can't have oversight if you don't know what you're seeing. It's like me saying, I'm going to look over this valley and make sure none of the cows get hurt, but I don't see no cows. How many cows is it? Am I looking for one cow that's lost? Or I had heard 1,000. What at? I can't tell you that. Anyway, sanctions, and it says sanctions for non-compliance by collectives or schools. If you violate, you try to do a back channel deal. Now, this doesn't limit the NIL deals. It's just saying we want to look through the parameter and make sure ain't no murky people out there doing stuff. If you're a great gambling site, we know what you're doing. If you're selling milk, we know what you're doing. So I know the courts might let this one ride. They might let that one ride because there needs to be some oversight. You know. Now licensing of. Oh, I said I was gonna go to the chat. Back to the chat. Where did I leave off at? Going back up to this one. He said something about his nephew. He's laughing. PhD. Needs Saban to stay out of the way. Oh my Lord. You want to get rid of the GOAT? PhD. Stay out of any executive orders. What? We're trying to change things. We're trying to make American college football better again. I caught myself. Anyway, it's me say Tubby is pushing for changes as well. That's just dandy. Which way is he pushing though? Because he got y'all may want to go help. Make sure he's facing the right direction because I worry about that dude. Oh, good evening. Said the two-time. What's going on? Good evening, Coach DeBoer fans. DeBoer's fans. Yeah, it's some out there. But you're gonna be a fan too. When he dropped that boot on your head this fall. Who your team? Who you rolling with? Let me look at your picture real close. Look at Alabama. Wait a minute. Okay, that's an Alabama fan. So you should say good evening, fellow, because we get it gets hostile real quick. I'm sorry, but I take that back. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Welcome to two-time. Hit that subscribe button. Come on back. We need more of your kind around here. Let's see what we got here. Travell said if he's a great athlete, we're gonna cook those grades. Come on, man. We ain't cooking. Them boys don't need nobody to cook their grade. They smart, they geniuses. They play Xbox all the time. Gotta be, yeah. Catch you on the flip, Huggy. I'm hot in here. I'm a fan. I gotta change the switch. It's just, yeah, it's hot. It's hot up here. Man, stop it, Huggy. Well, I told you, hieroglyphics. I mean, I think I'm kind of Egyptian back in the day, but I don't read these things. The two-time. Okay, yeah. So where am I now? The licensing of NFL collectives. Saban warned that some collectives are just basically playing players to come. Yeah, because I know it's plenty of schools, they pay you as soon as you finish your high school career, you can get paid in January until you show up in August or get enough money to come in January if you're early qualifier, so on and so forth. This executive order, or portion of the executive order, I don't know if it be one or two, they require collectives to be registered and licensed by the Department of Education, which is closed, or with the state since the Fed is out of their business. And they establish ethical guidelines, no pay-for-play inducements. Now, that's what we're doing. We're doing pay-for-play right now. I don't care how you look at it. But, oh, yeah, and this is my favorite part of this one. I thought of this. There would be an annual audit. Now, who's going to do them audits? Who's going to do them audits? Huh? My wheels are turning. My wheels are turning. I like this. Give me a contract to do NIL. Ooh, NIL audits. Oh, boy, this management firm is coming together. Tight Sports about to be on another level. I'm going to have to cancel the show. They have to be careful with this one because there's something called wage control in the United States. I'm just making fans know, aware of what laws out there that you can easily violate just for the sake of college football, but courts usually won't let you violate them. Wage control is something big. You got to go all the way back to Rockefeller and them people, union busting and riots, work riots. People used to fight to work. Can you believe that? They used to fight to work. Now they got to fight to get people to come to work someplace. Anyway, that one may need some tweaking, but I do like the annual audit as a side business. Next up, if you still want to prohibit pay-for-play inducements, but it says like that's not NIL, that's buying players, that's not what it's supposed to be. So the NIL, so the EO would ban NIL deals contingent on enrollment or performance. I think they kind of do that now, but let's face it, quarterbacks make more than everybody else. Typically, I know that I think Nussmeier down there at LSU, I don't think he was making more than that tackle that just won the first round. You can see why, because he's a first rounder. And they said it would enforce this via federal oversight. That means we're going to create another department in the United States just for football. Priorities, maybe? I don't know. State level, I say let the conference pay for it. They got all the money. Let me take myself offline. Airplane mode. There it is. Engaged. Allow performance bonuses after enrollment. After enrollment, not for recruitment. Now that could crush some schools. That could just leave. I mean, you're at Southern Miss. They tell you come down here and you're going to have all the Mrs. Winner's chicken you can get. And that's it. And they say when you come on Fridays, you can get the large sweet tea instead of just the small sweet tea any other day of the week, because we can't have you drinking up all sweet tea because Tina got the sugar and she mixes with her hand. So she can't stick her hand in that thing but 3 or 4 times a day, and she got to take a break. Shout out to you, Tina. Get well. This is a gray area with the courts. You got to distinguish compensation. Compensation got to fall in one particular place. It just can't be all over the place, just cutting people's money out because you feel like they don't need to get it. That's just not going to work. Then we got a national standards for NIL contract. Wait a minute. Saban said right now there's no consistency. Every state has different rules. That's always going to be a problem unless you unionize. Because, right, every state got different rules regarding contracts. So you got to do it at a federal level. Okay? So this will require uniform contracts be used by everybody. And contracts got to be reviewed for fairness and legality. Break out the lawyers. The lawyers love this stuff. And it got to be age-appropriate clauses for people like that were like Hollywood that's under 18, because that means you got to get his mom and daddy to agree. I know I'll agree to anything for my son if, if y'all can guarantee unlimited Walmart purchases. That's all I'm saying. When I go to Walmart and you want my children to do something, I don't have no bill. I want the Walmart black card. Laugh if you want to. You buy a house out of Walmart. Not saying I would. I'm saying I definitely will. The courts may not support these rights. They may support this, as long as it's fair. Fairness and legal. But it seems like something you need to do at another level. And the last one, y'all gonna love this. Y'all gonna love this. Require financial literacy and legal education. Saban said one time, some of these kids don't know what they signing. I think that's the point of having them sign. They don't want you to know what's going on. So all student athletes or athletic students, better term, must complete an NIL education program. Topics on contracts, taxes, long-term financial planning, delivered by a certified third party. That's it. I'm about to launch it. As soon as they sign this, I'm launching Tight Sports Portal Transition Management and Financial Education Firm. And we do audits on the side. Come on, man. Get this money. Everybody gonna eat. And the courts may like this because it don't restrict nobody's rights. It can be seen as beneficial. So Coach Saban's executive order will not attempt to put the toothpaste back in the tube, but it does ensure it doesn't explode all over the bathroom is what this kind of looks like. That's one way to look at it, because you can't get the toothpaste back in. You can't do it. Through thoughtful and legally sound regulation, the EEO may protect athletes, preserve the sports, and ensure fairness for coaches, fans, and programs. I know a lot of the fans out there, they want to know that football can go back kind of where it used to be. But Saban has said, we're going to lose what college football is supposed to be if we don't act. Now, here's the thing about that. That in lies the problem. What college football should not be confused with what it's supposed to be. What was before was just lopsided. And what we're seeing today just need balance. It's totally lopsided the other way. So balance needs to be restored, like in the Force. You need Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi to fight or something. So last time I saw when three sides came together, like employers, employees, and the law come together, we saw unions. So if we want to see all three sides of this, the law, the schools, administration, and coaches, and the players come together, just gonna have to unionize. I don't care what kind of executive order you write. They got to be enforced. They got to make it to the court. They may slow things down with the EO, but eventually the courts are gonna be like, hey, we gotta do this, this, and this. They're gonna put stays in place. So that's CBA City is where we're headed, I think. I mean, I've been saying this since for 2 years now. We heading to CBA City, but it may take us 8 years to get there. So I have more hypothetical executive order clauses to share, but for tonight, I think we have enough to ponder on for the next few years before this thing actually changes. College football has changed a lot, but I don't think it's done changing. We're going from 12 to 14 to 16 people in the playoffs, for Christ's sakes. We still got a lot of changes to do. But before we get out of here tonight, please remember to join me Wednesday at 6 o'clock for Iron Bowl Debates, where we debate anything, pecan or sweet potato pie, Porsche Ferrari, and which was the best hair grease? Which one gave you the best waves? Was it Dax or Murs? I was a Murs guy. I hear you giggling, though. Watch it. Don't make me call you out. So tune in. You never know where the conversation may go. Add a pound of pressure to that subscribe button before you get out of here. And shout out to the boys over there at Sharpshooters Podcast. Roll Tide to you. And remember, you can find me on Facebook and YouTube, Blue Sky sometimes, as well as X. You can find me at Tight Sports Talk on X, the Badlands of Twitter. And peace to the brothers at Auburn Addicts, Water Cooler Sports Podcast, Bubba and Old Man. They are a fine group of Auburn Americans. And I don't want to forget about Dustin and Justin. I know Dustin. I can't remember his partner's name. I get his name added to the list of fine Auburn Americans. With that, we'll see you next Monday right here around the herd. And always remember, roll, tide, roll.